you all for joining. Saturday morning, sunny, right?
It's going to be 81 today.
81. Is it really going to be 81?
Yeah.
Ooh. For about 1 minute.
And then it's going to plummet.
It's going to be chilly.
Exactly.
Womp womp. Good old Washington. So, general manager update. I guess that's me. Shoot. No, there's nothing. I added that.
No, I did not. Do we do lifestyle? It's supposed to be.
We do that, but I'll talk a little bit about the facilities. We'll figure it out. Like I said, we rehearsed this, so this was all just part of the act. Like we've talked about with Robert. Robert's done an awesome job. We just switched over the whole kitchen to LED lighting, which is really cool. A couple of the other big projects he's working on is in the pool, 2 tides. We're looking at replacing all the pool drain grates. So that'll be a big project we get going on. The pool may have to probably close for a day or 2 because we have to.
Is this where I go?
Oh. Yep. That's how I'm giving you the heads up now. Because we gotta chisel out the concrete and then replace it. So we don't have dates yet, but we're working on that project. We have some tinting. I know, kind of end of the season. Talk about sun, but flow. We're working on tinting the garage doors for a couple of reasons. 1, to reduce the heat that comes into flow, but 2, also to reduce the sunlight, especially in the morning, because the sun goes directly in there. I know it affects definitely a lot of members, and it really messes with our HVAC system because it's trying hard to overcome it. So Robert found some great tinting, and so we've got a company that's going to come out and do some tinting for that, which is exciting. We've got a door company that's putting in a bid for a door on the kiln room to have some more venting, which is really good. I don't know if those have been around, have noticed, but we shampooed the carpets on Monday. They look a lot brighter and cleaner. And then we also cleaned, Robert also cleaned the hardwood floors in that side of the building. And so they're all really shiny, looking good. So we hope to do mantle next. I'm going to go get that door. So working on a couple of those projects. And then we got some other kind of fun projects that we'll have here in the upcoming. So pretty exciting to have that. And looking forward to seeing Robert continue to just get stuff done. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really cool. So
he's such a nice guy.
He is.
He's so kind.
He is very nice.
He is. So he was a good find. We're lucky to have him. So yeah, it's good stuff to have him around. That's for sure.
Sounds like you guys are doing an awesome job of fixing.
Yeah, and he's got this. Little of his background is home inspection, so he's got an eye for things like just cannot believe.
Like
so
safety of the garage doors.
Yep, safety. Oh yeah, we redid the garage doors too. That was done this week. You can pretty much open them with like a finger now. We had the springs tightened up, and then everything kind of oiled and lubed.
And when it goes all the way up, it doesn't accidentally.
And it doesn't fall down. As they've been designed, which I had so many people argue with me this past few months about it, but they're specifically designed to catch at some point.
Right.
And they're engineered for that, so that's why there's no motors or anything on it. And so all of them have been tweaked so that they do catch and they stay in place. And actually they stay higher than what we had been holding them at. So especially in 2 tides, it's a huge difference.
No more playing limbo for us tall folks.
Or guillotine is what it really was. Get your head cut off in no time. So we're glad to get that. Now it's just kind of getting cold weather season stuff started out. He's going to work on the heaters out here out front are not working the way that they should. So we're going to have that worked on next week.
That's great.
Yeah. I didn't realize as many things had gone by the wayside until Robert's like, hey, this doesn't work. I'm like, no. Like, he's like looking at these things and he's like, one of them doesn't have the tab, that has the tab broken off. And I was like, shoot, I never even noticed that. So the guy's got a great eye for things. And, yeah, he spends a lot of money fixing it all, but whatever. At least it looks good, right? So yeah, it's all, most of it's safety related, so we do it anyways. But yeah.
Good job hiring.
Yeah, well, it was team effort. So we're lucky to have him, and his team's doing a great job. So appreciate that. Okay, lifestyle now.
Well, now you took all my thunder.
Okay, good. Next slide.
Oh, come on.
You don't even have a slide on here.
I swear I put one in though. Are
No,
you sure
'cause-
this is the right one?
Yeah, because then I was like, oh, I don't want to starting off with
Yeah, but I swear I put in a lifestyle update.
Yeah, you,
Because in my head, I was like, this whole presentation is a lifestyle update. So I never know what to say in the lifestyle update. So I'm like, the whole thing is lifestyle. So let's do an event review. How about that?
Sounds great.
Great. So we, on Wednesday, took a group of 14 members. We went to the, oh, Lord have mercy.
all rehearsed. Remember, this is all scripted. We're trying to remember our lines.
We go to the, Rob, I need your help. We go to the Kubota Gardens in Rainier Beach, so in South Seattle, and then we went to the Museum of Flight. We set up a picnic provided by the Mantle on a terrace outlook, which was delicious. They had a rosemary focaccia that had fresh rosemary twig on it. Oh, it was beautiful. Then chocolate dipped cookies that were like the size of my head. He did a beet salad and a fresh berry cup, so that was delicious. Beautiful presentation by Dino and his team. The gardens were beautiful. When we were walking around, I was thinking that I want to come back in like early October because there's so many maple leaves that I bet it's just gonna pop with color. And then
I don't know. We almost got kicked out, so they might have put us on the blacklist.
What did you do?
I read the website and it said I didn't need a permit for a picnic. And then somebody came around and she asked me for my permit. And I said, I don't have one because I'm having a picnic. And she said, this isn't a picnic. And I said, okay, I'm sorry. I thought I did what I was supposed to be doing. You know, we'll hurry up. And the members thought this whole thing was hysterical, by the way. And I was like, well, hurry up and we'll clean up. And so then there were like some rose petals that were left from assuming a ceremony. She was like, and I'm going to need you to take your rose petals with you. I was like, oh no, these aren't mine. I don't bring rose petals to picnics. I like to elevate, but it's not what we're doing here today. She's like, oh, okay, well, whose are they? I was like, they're in a garden? I don't know, like, small child. So then she said that because I had a table, it was an event. So Trina and I broke down the table while everyone ate, and it was fine. But she did see my name with my name tag. She asked me a couple times where I worked. And I said, it says Paula Rowe, but my name's Jason Kamada. So.
Great. I'll wait for that email.
But it all ended well, and then, the members thought it was hysterical, and it was fine. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, but I did try.
Well, and you did it.
I
mean, you didn't do it with Mel.
Ill intent.
No.
Yeah, it was an honest. So thanks for throwing me under the bus. That was.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Great start. October, we have the schedule posted for One Day University. They add stuff. They will sprinkle in new things, so I'm always kind of watching. So there might get more stuff added in. But coming up this week on the 27th, it's scheduled to be the Underground Railroad, and then on the 28th, there's one about appreciating, collecting, and understanding wine.
Nobody's interested in that.
Yeah, no one here likes wine.
We should send this to the Trailmaster.
Sounds like a great permit.
Well, we don't have that. So that's lifestyle now.
And the heck with understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the drinking part of it? That's the important part. Football season. We got a game tomorrow. Hopefully we win. Oh my gosh. We've got Hawks watch party would be in Hawks Nest. So those have been well attended. And then we'll also have happy hour or a happy hour style menu available during the Hawks games.
Our game day menu.
Our game day menu. So, which by the way, I had the wings on it last week, and they are super delicious. So, I definitely recommend the wings. And then we also have a brunch version for the couple of days that we'll have early morning games.
For the brunch version, there's banana pancakes, and there's also a burrito that I can say are both really good. And I can also tell you that it's really good when you wrap said burrito in the banana pancake and then eat it all together.
Who's pregnant in here?
That would be me. But it was delicious. So, and I'm sure they'd be great on their own as well. And tailgate.
Tailgate, we got October 17th. We're bringing back the tailgate. So we know the weather will probably be a little bit iffy. So we did have a tailgate last weekend, and we just did it in Hawks Nest. It actually, Hawks Nest patio, and the barbecue was out there and everything. So it worked out really well. It actually ended up not really raining. So we could have really done it in the parking lot, but we were sprinkling in the mornings, which is just safety, plan ahead.
Never know.
And so, but yeah, we'll do that again. It worked out really well. We were able to watch the pregame stuff and some of the other games that were going on. So it worked out pretty good.
About the menu.
And the menu, yeah, I don't know what the menu is though.
It's I know, shocking.
What's the menu again? I can't remember.
I'm really excited. It's a chili bread bowl.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
A chili bread bowl.
Okay, let's just ask while we're just goofing around today. What would you
so
eat?
How is that different than any other day?
Well, that's true, I guess. But look at these people just zipping around in scooters right around the roundabout. Are those members?
I don't see anyone scooting.
Those little, like, racer scooters?
They're at the races.
Oh.
I don't know about the races.
Just like two-wheel racers. Oh, interesting. Side note, yeah. Okay, if you were having chili, what would you have as a second dish or a side or a cornbread? Yep. But what?
But yeah.
But what else would you have with chili?
Some kind of vegetable. Yeah.
Like what kind of a vegetable? Because we racked our brain.
Chili is a vegetable.
It's an all-inclusive meal.
Green.
Something green?
Well, you got scallions on top.
I just want the chili bowl.
Broccoli? You eat broccoli and chili at home?
Yeah.
So if you're at home and you have chili, you're gonna have broccoli with it.
I was thinking maybe like a baked potato.
Green salad or coleslaw.
Oh, coleslaw. Coleslaw.
Yeah, I didn't think of
That'd be a good one.
coleslaw would have been good.
Well,
We might change the
this
menu.
one, what it's slotted to be is the chili bowls, which Dino's chili is amazing. We had it when we went up to the tulip fields, and it was so good. And then we're gonna do like a toppings bar galore. So like bacon bits, different cheeses. I'm trying to get somebody convinced to do cornbread croutons on top of it to like zhuzh in there a bit.
That sounds wonderful.
Hey, doesn't that sound good? Yeah. And of course, like
I don't know, our croutons are already pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my menu designing is probably gonna take a left turn here really soon though, and then it's not gonna be so great. But so topping bar and then the cookies. So for people who came to Launch Fest, we're partnering with that company again, who did those really great sugar cookies. And Seahawks are trademarked, so we can't do that. But we have a fun little spin on it, so that will be part of this one as well. I ate like 3 of them.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm sorry how much energy you were burning.
I'm basically like the Energizer Bunny powered by sugar and caffeine.
Let's move past
know, right?
Launch Fest. All right, let's go. Member-led clubs. A bunch of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. That's Tom Schmidt at the Museum of Flight. That was at the entrance to the Apollo.
The Apollo section.
Yeah, the Apollo section. So we have the grief support group meeting on the 28th at 2 p.m. in 4 Suits. Beginner Ceramics, the 29th at 2 p.m. in Flow. The RV Club will be meeting on the 30th at 7 p.m. in Hawks Nest, and they're going to be planning the 2022 season. So, and it's open to all and any members. So if you're interested in traveling with them next year, please feel free to come. Please register. So as always, we know how many chairs to set up. But it's open to all members. And I know that you don't have to have an RV to be part of the RV club, because they did a Leavenworth trip and some people went and got like cabins and camps and things like that. So you don't necessarily have to have an RV to go on the excursions with them.
Upcoming events. What is it? Is this Labor Day picnic?
Yeah.
Or 4th of July?
Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day.
Good.
Picnic. September 29th, we have Happier Hour. September 30th, we have New Member Orientation, which is obviously for new members, but it's also a good refresher if anyone has questions about the lodge, or maybe you moved in during COVID and you want to walk around and get a feel for things. It's a great opportunity for that. Last month was the first one that we did on site, and we did like a dual on site and virtual.
And we added to it.
But it was great because some of the members hadn't been able to tour the lodge yet. So they just stayed afterwards, and then Jason and I gave them a little
Blue Star version.
Yeah, a Blue Star version. Now, here's what we
really
used to rooms. So that's great. And then the 5th, we have a cooking demo with Chef Scotty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. He's doing a butternut squash soup. And then on the 7th, we have a wine tasting.
Chef will be out of town that week. That's why.
Chef will be on Woodby
Yep.
with us.
Craft Beer Week.
Has anyone been to Pelican Brewing?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Cannon Beach one or the? Yeah. So that's my favorite. I haven't been to the other one.
That's awesome.
It's so good. So when Jason told me that he was partnering with Pelican Brewing, I was
Yep.
like, oh my gosh, Cannon Beach, it's the best food. It's
So that
such
was
good
the
beer.
guys that we heard down the street.
Yeah, that was me exclaiming, I'm sure. But they also make a really good root beer.
Oh, and that's what you're drinking now.
Yes, and so my parents were just
We're not drinking that during this.
No, y'all are drinking that during this. Don't worry. But my parents were just at Cannon Beach, and they brought me back a crowler, which is like a can version of the root beer. And it was, it's so good. So yeah, anyways, I'll let him talk about the rest of it. But I'm really excited. Shocking.
So we'll have, we're tasting the beers today, and we'll write the menu today. So we're going to be, they got a couple of seasonals we taste, and then a nice little dinner. So we're going to have that on October 13th. So that'll be really exciting. It's going to be a big beer week for us, obviously, during Craft Beer Week, but we'll have the Pelican Brewing dinner. We're going to do pub and play. Is there a slide for pub and play? Probably not. We're going to do pub and play, which is going to be like in Hawks Nest. I think we're going to use Pelican Brewing in there, and you'll be able to play like, Connect Four and checkers and, golf simulator competitions and stuff like that. And then kind of a kill the keg type evening, which should be a lot of fun. So,
Who doesn't love that?
which are,
Lots to the lodge that day.
should be a good time.
That's what my son is. We back in college.
Yeah. And then we'll have like beer flights that week and some other kind of cool stuff. So should be a fun craft beer week in October.
You guys are kind of a dangerous company.
Because we can't remember anything. Is that why? We say things and then we totally forget about what we said.
Thanks.
It is a lot of fun. I just finally convinced somebody to go with my crazy ideas.
I was going to say, a lot of these are Jason's, like, brain visions. And then I just trust the I don't know if anybody came to the garden party. But Jason's vision, if we had to move it indoors, which we did, was to get, like we had in the cabanas, this like...
Did anybody come to garden party? Oh.
It was like this green artificial grass that you can get from Lowe's. And I was like, that's going to be so lame. I don't like it. But I was like, you do you. You do it. And it looked fantastic. He's pulling up the picture. It looks great. We put the bistro lighting in there because we really want to try to make it feel gardeny, patio.
That's also great.
That was good.
Yeah, so I have now that I finally convinced them to do this. So this was just kind of the taster. The idea behind this
first sneak peek.
is going to be a barbecue in the winter. So
Ah.
outdoor indoor barbecue backyard in the wintertime. So doing this and then having a barbecue and maybe picnic tables and stuff like that in Two Tides. But yeah, it worked out really good. We had some nice green carpet and cocktail tables and the bistro lighting, and we had wine tasting and food back here. And worked out pretty good. So it was a lot of fun.
Sure.
All right, back to the slideshow.
Back to the regular.
How many tangents can we go on in
I don't know, we're really
one
You're not sick.
26? We blew 6 by 9:05. We were off 6. Shoot.
And as if this duo needs any more caffeine, October 1st, or October 1st, Vintage Bee will be here. It's National Coffee Day. So Vintage Bee, I don't know if anyone's come out. I know Sandy's been here when they've been here before. Yeah, we love Vintage Bee.
Okay.
Yep, she has this great espresso cart that she brings.
Trailer.
behind-
It's
yeah,
not a
like a
car. That's a
trailer.
trailer.
And
Full on.
Yeah, and such good pastries, such good coffee. She uses Delanos, I think, and it's really good beans, delicious. But she'll
Local.
be set up, local. She'll be set up at the roundabout. So she'll be here from 9 to 11. So drinks and food will be available for purchase. So please come on by before or after your errands or your workouts or your swimming or your busy being, whatever you have that day. And MCL tip of the week. So I did a little example for this one, just to go over a reminder for the wait list and how important it is to make sure that we're checking our emails, because the system is set up when you're on the wait list. If you get moved off, it automatically sends you an event confirmation to say, hey, you're off the wait list. Congratulations, you're going to yoga or whatever it may be. So the first one is our waitlist confirmation. So it'll come through as an events waitlist email. So that's how you know you successfully got yourself on the waitlist.
Oh.
And then magically, when a spot opens up, you'll get one that's an event registration confirmation. And don't worry, I'm not going to this. I'm not taking up tickets for an example. Well, I'll be there, naturally. But
We don't need tickets. I don't know if you guys know that. We're so special. We just get our own.
yeah, we're on the VIP. It's fine. But you'll get this one. So please make sure that you watch your emails for these, because it will send it to you and then you automatically get registered. So we assume you're coming, want you to come, obviously. So please make sure you're watching those. And as always, if you're having trouble getting your daily digest emails or the Summiteer or anything like that, there's a news post on MTL with some helpful hints and tricks. You can just search junk mail and I'll bring it up to you. And if you're still having problems, please just email us and we can get our IT team to help out and see if there's any problems with the email communication.
You can get on one side or the other to make me nervous. Yes. Thank you.
I'm here.
And a couple of things I do want to mention about this is that if you, for some reason, make plans, because you're like, oh, I'm going to kick off the wait list, and let's go ahead and do something else. Please make sure to take your name off the wait list. We had, especially the past week or two, where some of our wine dinners or garden clubs or whatever, some of our events have had sold out. We had people come off of it, so people from the wait list that went on to it. And then those people were like, oh, I already made plans a long time ago. So, okay, great, but you got to take your name off the wait list because now you took up a spot that we could have had somebody else that was on the wait list. So just a reminder. I know it's sometimes hard to remember all the things you signed up for. Remember, you can go into MTL and check my events for all your registrations, but make sure you're checking that. And then two, the waitlist has been working really well. So if you are interested and do want to come, please continue to register for the waitlist. Case in point, wine dinner next month. October is sold out with a few on the waitlist. We're looking at expanding that, so we'll hopefully bring all those people in. So anyways, just keep using the waitlist. It works really well. We're not going to call you though and tell you you're coming off the waitlist or anything like that. And the reason why I don't, it sounds so simple. Just call us, let me know that you're going to take us off the waitlist. The problem with that is that if a member unregisters say 11 o'clock at night, it's automatically going to grab the next person on the wait list. And so it's just we're not able to monitor it that closely. So the system's designed to automatically work. They should, but.
No, but there were 7 extra spots at the wine dinner on Thursday.
Yes.
It's like, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then same thing with, what was the issue we ran into this? Whiskey tasting or something. There was wine dinner was one, and there was
whiskey tasting.
Chris came in a little late. We're like, "Look, you can't sit over there by yourself. Get over here."
Yeah.
So
we want to make sure that events have everybody attend. So we don't want empty seats. So it's a great system. It works really well. This is probably the best thing about MTL right now because it works and it works every single time. But it does require you to, like I said, if you make plans, no big deal. Just take the name off the list. It's no big deal for us. Okay.
One thing to add to that is that the register and unregister button will disappear when it's past the registration cutoff date. So if you're sick, please call the concierge desk because they can still unregister you on the back end. But if it's past the registration date, which it always says in the event description when the last day to register or cancel is, you won't be able to click that button anymore because it essentially locks you in. But if obviously there's an emergency, you're not
and
feeling
you'll be charged.
well.
So make sure you're
Not if there's an emergency. If you're not feeling well,
right.
Please don't come if you're coughing and don't feel good. But
no call, no shows.
Yeah.
No call, no shows get charged.
Yeah.
So. All right, lodge forecast.
Lodge
financial forecast?
No, I was trying to think of a quippy name, and I was just like not really feeling that creative.
Yeah, forecast not.
Yeah, okay, well, you looked at the slideshow, so you could have come up with something quippy.
That was the scripted part I was going to go. Okay.
Any hooser. So what we're going to start doing is when certain areas of the lodge are closed for member events or for private events, we're going to start posting it on MTL as an event for the day.
Good.
So that way it's in your daily digest. So I've been doing that for 2 tides in a news post for the entire month. But like Sandy and I were talking about this morning, we were supposed to have a member event tomorrow that got canceled. And so now that means the pool will be open. So if it's just a daily digest event, then I can just edit that really quickly, right? So today we have a member who's hosting their son's rehearsal dinner in Hawks Nest tonight. So Hawks Nest will be closed at 2 p.m. so the food and beverage team can start setting up and get ready for that. And then on the 28th, we have Oktoberfest. So 2 Tides and the spa will be closing at 11:30. So after shallow water workout, 2 Tides will be closing so we can start setting up for the festivities for the evening.
Okay, perfect. And that's the end of the slideshow. And scenes. Last night, food and beverage team, we were talking about these tents and how much we hate them. Yes, we're not bringing them back.
I never want to see a cabana.
But they were talking about, are we going to order propane? I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I got to get back into that, too.
Oh.
So we got to get the heaters fired up and all that good stuff. So I got to order propane for next week. But
yes, Sandy, peace.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening with COVID. Are we going to bring the exercise event tent back?
We're still looking at it, but at the moment, no. Things are changing so fast. You look at what King County just did recently. We're watching that and see.
What did they do?
They did vaccination required for
Indoor
dining in the restaurants. So
and like concert
And I
venues
guess
and
Fort Townsend's doing that.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Fort Townsend, we had friends that went there and they had to show their
Vaccination card.
yeah,
So
because I know when I was in Cannon Beach, they had a rule where if you didn't want to wear this was months ago, if you didn't want to wear your mask, you had to show your vaccination card. And if you didn't have it on you, then you had to wear a mask. And then obviously you can still wear it if you want. I wore mine because life. But each business kind of has their own. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But things change, like Jason said, so often, and we're hoping things even out. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
It looks like we plateaued a little bit
Yeah.
in Pierce County. So I don't say it's down yet, but it's at least plateaued.
But we're closely watching, and the beauty of the past 19 months is we have a playbook of everything that we could ever need to do. So,
I'm just, I
yeah.
figured it was percolating back
Yep.
there. Yeah.
It's percolating. I don't know. It's bubbling pretty high, but
They're full,
Mhm.
and that room is really small.
Yeah.
So, it's nice when we can do indoor, outdoor.
Mhm.
we have been doing some classes indoor, outdoor, which is
Yeah,
good.
Todd does a lot of his indoor, outdoor.
But we've also looked at maybe just putting a tent on two tides too as well. On flow, just to keep with the indoor, outdoor.
Mhm.
But like we kind of ran into last year, then it gets wet, all those.
And then it was
many-
hard because then the people who are swimming feel like they're in a fishbowl because then people who are
Well, that's
eating can like watch them swim, and then it's,
There's so many things.
lots of factors.
Grand scheme of things, though, it's been a really good week. It's been a really, really fun time here lately. Everything's been going pretty smooth. So super happy with the team, super proud of the team. Excited for next week. So, Larry, be quiet the whole time.
Robert put up that barn door on Hawk's Nest, my favorite project.
That is, we've talked about going it out to bid and stuff, but we're not quite there yet.
That's
So
been my language that way 3 years ago.
I will tell you, as a little project we are working on is getting an estimate for a flagpole in the roundabout. So that is one project that Shay has said, go ahead, get some bids, let's see what it looks like, and go from there. So excited to see if we get the number that they're looking for and get signed off to do something like that. So should be pretty fun. But yeah, barn door, not quite yet. So
On
On
the
the-
other opening of Hawk's
Yeah,
Nest.
it's a
so
fully
there's
enclosed.
Yeah.
When people talk
Yeah.
outside the bathrooms, anywhere in that hallway, destroys the conversation.
Yeah.
And it's also nice the opposite direction too when there's an event in there to kind of be able to hold event noise, especially our members at the whiskey tasting last night. It's so funny. I sit in the office and the noise level just quickly gets louder and louder.
After every sip,
Which
it
is
just got
great.
louder and
There's nothing wrong
louder.
with it, but I agree. It would be nice if we had a door.
I know that was a great event.
It turned out really good.
On average, I just estimated that our taste was probably $200 to $300 a pound. So thank you. That was a
200 to 300. I don't know.
Great, no more whiskey tastings.
Yeah. Shoot, I undercharged is what that means. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad, but it is good whiskeys. It was different French whiskeys and brandies,
And Jason did
And,
the flatbread.
and I made the flatbread, which was fun. And so but yeah, it's that worked out pretty good. So we had 40 people in there. It was awesome. Be able to do that. So, and we had a few people on the wait list who just couldn't get what we needed to do to open it up anymore. So
And the glasses were perfect. So.
they were cute, huh?
They were great looking.
Pretty set up.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. So cool. All right, folks. Thank you all very much. Have a good weekend. Go Hawks.